When we hear the phrase building an online presence, it can feel overwhelming at first. But in today's world where everything we do is connected to the digital space, building an online or having a strong online presence is not just a nice to have. It's an essential, it's a need. Hello, Purpose family, and welcome to day 23 of our 30 days of purpose in the month of June. In today's topic, we're going to be discussing how to build a strong online presence. This covers using a strong social media profile or building a website. This is going to be both a theoretical aspect and a practical where I share my screen and show you how you can build a strong social media profile that stands out. But before we get into the practical aspect, let's get to understand why is building a social media profile important? Why? Now listen, I want you to ask yourself this question. When was the last time you stayed a full day without touching your phone? Or when was the last time you stayed 15 hours a day without touching your phone? At an average human being at least spend time on their phone 12 hours a day. Not to talk of those that are addicted to their phones. There are people out there that have 20 hours of screen time. I've seen people with 22 hours of screen time. So we are on our phones every single day. It's bad, yes, but there is a market opportunity in that. The people who are in the online space, things are happening in the online space. People are buying online. Communities are being built online. Sales are happening online. Closes are happening online. We're having meetings being hosted online. So it's a need to have a strong social media profile, because without that, you cannot tap into where your audience are staying. I'm going to ask you a second question. Now listen, if I decide today that I want to build or I want to create my own running shoes, just like Nike, and I use the best materials out there ever, I use the best quality leather, I had the best design, I put in the nicest logo, I do everything to make sure this shoe looks so premium. Let's say I spend $1,000 to make this shoe, but I still decide to cheat myself so that the price can be so much affordable that you can get it. And let's say I price the shoe at $200, and then there comes Nike that spent just $100 to create that shoe, but they price the shoe at $2,000. Now, if you see my shoe and Nike shoe at a store, which are you going to choose? You're definitely going to choose Nike. You don't care to know how much I spent to create that shoe. You don't care to know what's the value behind it. You don't care to know my brand. You don't care to know anything. Why? Because you are so connected to Nike already. And why are you connected to Nike? They have a strong social media profile that you've been following for years and decades. This is why it's essential. You cannot create sales. You cannot make sales. You cannot command things if you don't have a strong social media profile. People do not buy products anymore. People buy people. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create a strong social media profile, and I'm going to be using Instagram as a case study. But along the line, I'm going to be explaining how you can transcend the information to other social media platforms like LinkedIn or X. All right, so I'm going to share my screen right now. Let's get into it. Okay. All right, so this is a profile example I just picked up on Google. Let's analyze this profile together and how you can apply it to yours or on Instagram, X, or whatever platform. All right, so this is a very good and optimized Instagram profile. So let's start with the PFP first of all. You can see how clear the profile picture is. Now, this is something that you need to keep in mind when you want to create an optimized profile, whether it's on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on X. Keep in mind to have a clear profile picture. Now, it depends if it's your personal brand. If it's a brand, make sure it has your brand logo, your brand mark, or kind of a story linked to it. There was a time Nike had someone wearing a running shoe, just running. Okay, there wasn't any Nike logo or whatever, just someone with running shoes. At the time they used that as their PFP. It could be anything that depicts your brand. If it's a brand, something that tells a story. When they see someone running, instantly they know, okay, you have to sell something that's for the athletes. Is it as a running shoe or running gear or whatever that's for athletics? Do you understand? So make sure that your PFP clearly describes what your profile is about. If it's a personal brand, a clear PFP that shows your face clearly would be good, especially on LinkedIn. Right, so that's the first key step. The second one is identify your niche. You have to niche down. Okay. Now, this is her niche. Her name is Daniela, and she's a Miami lifestyle blog. Now, notice she didn't just say lifestyle blog. She said Miami lifestyle blog. That's niched down to one city alone, which is Miami. Do you understand? So you need to niche down. Okay, you need to niche down what you are doing. If it's that you are into copywriting, for example, niche down. What kind of copywriting do you do? Is it sales copy? Is it website copy? You need to niche down and put it there. Now, this stuff that she put in there, this Miami lifestyle blog, it's more like an SEO. Okay, it's called an SEO. She added it to her name. In the name section where you edit your name, it's added. This is her name right there. This is a stroke sign, and that's the SEO, which is search engine optimization. It's added to the name. That way, when you search lifestyle on Instagram, our account is going to pop up. When you search blog on Instagram, our account is going to pop up. When you search Miami on Instagram, our account is going to pop up. Do you understand? So this is an SEO. Now, you can only have this on Instagram. You can't really have it on LinkedIn, okay? Because on LinkedIn, they only accept professional names. We need just your name, no nickname on it. Okay, you can put a nickname behind, and there's going to be a section on LinkedIn where you can add in nicknames or whatever, but it's mainly your name that you can put in there. So this is only applicable on Instagram. You can actually do it on X as well, right? You can do it on X as well if you want to. So it's applicable on X and on Instagram, also applicable on TikTok, but not on LinkedIn. Okay, the next thing is the bio. Now, when you are crafting your bio on your page, you need to be able to tell them who you are, what you do, and how you do it. These are the three most important things that should be there. Every other thing you are adding can come in as extra, but make sure this three is in there. Right, so let's read her bio. Okay, first of all, she has this tag that says digital creator. You only get that on Instagram, right? You just that way it tells the algorithm what kind of people or audience you should push your content into. Do you understand? It's something that, okay, it gives the algorithm an example of who your audience is. If you put in you're a comedian, then for those who are interested in laughter or anything, comedy or skit, you're going to push your content to them. That's why. So you need to also put that in on your profile or your business profile. Now, back to the bio. Tell them who you are, what you do, and how you do it. Listen, Miami lifestyle and fashion blogger. That's what she is. She's a Miami lifestyle and fashion blogger. You can see the niche down in it. Then what's the next thing? I help women feel beautiful. That's what she does. So who is she? She's a Miami lifestyle and fashion blogger. What does she do? She helps women feel beautiful. The next thing is, how do I do it? Or how do I do it without breaking their budget? You can see it. So it's Miami lifestyle and fashion blogger. There's a mom in there, right? That's to create this connection where people are, okay, yeah, she's a mom, so let me follow her because she's a mom. At least she has kids, so she's really trying, so let me support her. You can put that. You can even put your age, 18. He's 18 and he's doing this. That's wow, that's wonderful. Let me support. Do you understand? So you can put that. All of this falls under who you are. Okay, then what she does, I help women feel beautiful, and how she does it without breaking their budget. So this is very important. Now, any other thing you're putting after this, it's your choice. Most important, you need to put a CTA. Okay, this one, there was actually a certain section where you can just put in your links, and you can put a name tags on each link. Click this if you want to do this. Click this to DM me. Click this to get to this. You understand? You need a CTA, which is links to your WhatsApp, link to your website, links to your store. Make sure you put a link. You can also, if you have enough space in your bio, if you've not exhausted the character limit, you can also put a tag that says click the link below, to give them that extra push to go to your link. Now, aside just who you are, what you do, and how you do it, you can also put credentials if you have one. Okay, for example, if you've made social amount of sales last week or last month, you can put it there. I made $10,000 last week, or I did 10x in crypto last week, or I do this or whatever. Social proof to make, oh, this guy is actually very good. You understand? Or You can put your business as social proof, like what you do right now. This is Danila. Is it Danila Bowie Home? That's our brand. Okay, that's our social proof. So you can click on it. Okay, yes, it's actually building something. You could see the followers, you could see the images, the galleries of what she's building, and okay, that's enough social proof that yes, it's actually worth it. Do you understand? So this is how you create a proper optimized social media profile. Now, this same thing you can apply to LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, the only thing you can do is just SEO on the name. You can do that on LinkedIn. But the exact way the bio is, you can do that on LinkedIn. Tell them who you are, what you do, and how you do it. And you can add in a social proof, to boost up trust, and then also put a CTA is important. Click this link to get this. Do this to get this. Book a call with me. Put a CTA in your bio. Have a clear profile picture. And on LinkedIn, you need a banner. So a banner can easily just tell them what you're doing. So you could have a banner as well. A banner could have a quote that you like so much. Okay, that just tells you a little bit about you, or it could have your services in the banner. Properly designed and arranged properly. So this is how you create an optimized social media profile. Now, in regarding the website, there are multiple different platforms that you can use to build a website. You can decide if you want to use a WordPress, okay, to do that, or you can decide to use simple website tool. Now it depends on what you want to do. If it's that you have a business and you want to create probably an e-commerce store where people can buy your goods, where you could stack up inventories, and everyone can come in and see, okay, how this product available and they want to buy from it. Yeah, you need a different kind of website. You need to code that and develop that. That will cost you some couple of bucks, but it's actually very essential, because when they see a business and there's a link that says visit my website, instantly they know, oh, this person has done the homework. It's gone far for them to have a website. At least it just gives this extra 10% trust because it's a website. Do you understand? So you can have that, or you can use simple website builders like Card or System.io, or like I said, there's Wix. You can use Wix to also be an e-commerce store. There's simple builders. You can check it out. There are videos out there to teach you how to use um those website builders, and you can use that to build a professional website for yourself, even if it's basic, or if it's that you're just a personal brand person, you don't really have a business yet, but you can go to Linktree and create a Linktree site or a Linktree page where you can connect all of your your social media profiles. Click here to connect with me on WhatsApp. Click here to connect with me on X. To connect with me on LinkedIn. To call me. To email me. You can put all of that there and put that on your profile. So it sounds as a CTA and a reason for people to trust you, because then you are looking professional. All right. So this is how to build a social media profile that stands out. Do you understand? So my message to you right now is, make sure that you are investing your time on creating a social media profile that stands out, and not just doing the bio. Now the content as well. Your content needs to align with what your bio says. So if you, like, for example, if she's a Miami lifestyle and fashion blogger, meaning whatever she's posting has to do with fashion, lifestyle, travel around Miami, going to different resorts, different restaurants, different hotels. That should just be what our post is going to be about. And also our lifestyle, how she's doing it, how she's living life, without breaking the bank. You know, most affordable hotels out there, most affordable restaurant out there. Exactly, that's going to be our post. So from your bio, you should craft out what content you are posting. Your content should be both valuable, should be both inside, behind the scene, and should be also educational and funny, meaning there should be an emotion attached to it. All right. So if you do this, you are going to have a strong social media profile, and then it's going to create trust for you in your business or your personal brand. Right. So that's all for today. We'll see you on day 24.